All right, guys, here we're going to talk about the trailer for the movie The Appearance.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of horror thing. Thriller.
We got Hodor and somebody who looks like they could be related to Orlando Bloom. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good selling point.
Who's to say?
Who is to say?
Evil begets evil.
These things
is the
happen.
tagline.
Yeah. Looks like a horror-y thing of some sort. We don't really know anything about this, but we saw Hodor in this.
Yeah.
I have only seen Hodor as Hodor, so I don't know.
Not DJ Hodor?
What else? Well, I've seen him, not acting and as Hodor. So I don't know if he can actually do anything or if this is good or not. So that's part of my my interest here.
I'm picturing this as not a classical back in the day thing. I think this is going to be a modern thing, but they purposely obscured the poster image here to make it look like it could be any time because it just shows woods and actually the one guy looks like he's wearing a cape, so maybe I'm wrong.
He's got little straps on him, Hodor does, so we are intentionally, as always, not reading the description or doing any research.
Never do that. No, I'm gonna do 180 on that backpedal and say, nah, it's definitely gonna take place back in there. They're gonna lean into his.
I was gonna say that's weird then, right?
Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah, he's just gonna be a guy from back then forever. He's just gonna make millions of dollars.
He's in that series with Kevin Sorbo, and that's also was that Mythica or something like that. So he's.
I don't know anything about the thing you're talking about. I'm very interested in it.
He is always, as far as I've seen, plays a.
He's got a good look for it. It's fine.
No, sure.
I'm just joking that he's made the scene now, and that's all he's gonna ever be.
Let's check it out. All right, so Hodor's like a knight in this.
Yeah, it seems to have like a small role, which is fine. That's what I expected. Yeah. So he's chill,
but has that face recognition, so he's on the slap on the cover.
Yeah.
Well, he's like the associate to the Inquisitor. It seems. So they have a woman in a jail that is claimed to be in association with the devil, and she is slowly killing everyone through her powers.
Yes.
Indeed.
I love this. This looks great.
I need a little bit more. It's a little vague for me. Just because this is the exact kind of trailer that could swing wildly in a direction one way or the other. I'd like to know a little bit more. I think this evil girl does look very evil, so I'm enticed a little bit.
She's gross.
That smile, it does do it. Now this has a lot of potential to be interesting, but I worry about some of the shots and the self-flailing and the maggots in the food type of thing where I'm like, is this a vision-y thing? Are these things happening?
It's got the religious angle and stuff like that. So this is kind of like The Witch, where when you said something historically, these were simpler people who just so they believed when weird stuff happened, maybe they brought it on themselves by their lack of faith and they have to do whatever. I like that. So it seems to have a good production value. It looks a little...
Yeah, no one's complaining about the visuals.
Yeah, it looks like a little better than a basic thing that you'd see or whatever, right? It looks like a movie. There you go. It is a movie. So it should look like a movie. So we're good, we're good on that. And then it being set in this remote, I don't know what this is, outpost. It's not a monastery, but there's a bunch of whatever it is. That's cool because there's a lot of stuff being historical gets you most of the way there, but a lot of this stuff is just kind of why didn't you just do this, or how could they just do that, or something like that. You always have to force something, and we're like
not having any technology or the ability that lights can just go out because of wind.
Exactly.
That does add things to this.
Yeah, but it being remote means that they can't just peace out or call for help or do whatever, right?
No, things like outposts cool. and things that were terrifying when you think back on literally how many people were at some of these things. You're there was 48 of them, and you're 48. My God.
Well, and in London or whatever it is, it wouldn't be called London then. I don't know. You can say well, the king can do whatever he wants. And it's but people are writing it down and recording what happens or whatever. Here it's if the head of this thing is put them in the in the cells, tie them up, or it's just it's just gonna happen, and you just can't do anything about it, and no one will ever know, and it's terrifying. Which is I'm into this. I like the possession, exorcism, whatever angle. The one thing I'm concerned about is that shot where he's striking the torch, and then you see the zombie mugging and all that stuff. That made me kind of go, I don't know what this is all about.
That's one of the scenes that was what triggered me when I was okay, if this is actually happening, what is there? Because I like the idea of this being a movie where you actually don't know the whole time.
Sure.
Are these people just falling? Are these natural deaths? Are we just blaming it on this person? Is she actually crazy? Is she actually involved with the devil? And you don't know maybe even till the end, and even then it could be up to your decision. But the idea of seeing zombies and stuff, you're Okay, so either
Yes,
someone is
right.
imagining that, or the movie's a whole different chapter than I thought it was going to be.
Exactly, yeah. So I always prefer ambiguity. That's my main complaint about The Witch. And like I like it when even in the end you're still not quite sure, because like this whole like religious angle, which I'm not being fair enough to, basically.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm like, well, and it's historical, so it's like that combo. These are primitive people, so like people might freak out and like kill themselves or like screw up and die in like certain ways.
Yeah.
Because like this stuff gets inside their own heads too much.
No, and that's like there could be
So-
maggots in your food, and you're like, the witch did this. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, or it's just
Or
maggots
these
happen.
things yeah, exactly.
That guy's flying himself, like
Yeah.
he's going crazy trying to like prove his faith. And yeah, that's a thing. People falling is a thing, and you could
Yeah.
all like your mind could go
And even,
crazy
like,
thinking
and
about all
even
these
the,
coincidences.
and even the possessed person could be, driven crazy by all these thoughts or whatever, right?
Could just be crazy.
And you have all the people, accusing each other and like pointing things out and like feeding into each other in this like remote place. It looks like it could be good times.
Yeah, has potential.
I'm giving it a thumbs up, Steph.
Yeah, I will thumbs up it. But I'm gonna say there's a 50% chance that it could be just
Yeah.
the exact opposite of what I want in a movie.
So you're worried that it turns out to be just we add more gross prosthetics to these three actors, and they run amok and start attacking people, and it becomes like a stupid Hodor with a sword like doing stuff.
Well,
right?
I could go two ways here,
Yeah.
where I either want it to be a total psychological thriller where you actually don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
and that would be decent for me, or I could go the other way where it's a total all-out war thing. I just hate
Okay.
things when it's like, oh, he had a dream and he saw that thing, and oh, I had a dream and this that. Like I
know.
can't stand that shit.
makes
And this this has a smell to it that I'm like, could be that.
So yeah, like them lying during the trailers by having like
Yes,
the
I
whatever
can't stand the
yeah.
lies in the trailer. Yeah.
The way that one zombie shot is done makes me think that's happening somehow, but that's weird, right?
But if it is happening, yes.
With the stuff, yeah. So maybe
Yeah, but I'm
we
interested.
get the best of all worlds. Maybe everyone's slowly going mad, and they're falsely accusing people, and there really is someone who's possessed with a demon or whatever. Right? We can just
Maybe.
high five at the end.
All right, guys, so that's our thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.